So this movie had me so worried since I saw the first trailer that this could have been a disaster. It could have been a overhyped disaster, and it could have ended up changing things, or maybe not changing things, in the worst kinds of ways for superhero movies from then on, especially rated R superhero movies. We have a few other rated R movies, I'm not sure. I can't remember which ones they are. Memory's a bit shoddy. But there was so much writing on this movie, and I was so scared for it, especially considering that Deadpool has already been in a movie format, live action movie format, in terms from the movie Wolverine Origins, and we all know how that pretty much turned out. They pretty much took the character Deadpool, also known as the Merc with the Mouth, and they sewn his mouth shut. And that was one of the biggest mistakes they ever had. And I guess in terms of perspective, I guess I can understand in a way that they don't want Deadpool to overshadow Wolverine and whatever, but other than that, no, it ended pretty horribly, and there was a lot of backlash after this. So years later, after a lot of rumor, filmmaking attempts, and whatever, we finally get this movie, Deadpool, and holy crap was I satisfied with what we get from this movie. So just so I can get this out of the way, if there's any bad thing in this movie that I think is bad, is that maybe some things dragged on a little bit. Maybe some scenes, I don't know. Honestly though, I don't think they dragged on. But if there's anything I can point out, maybe it's that. And that's about it. My favorite thing about this movie is, of course, the main character, Deadpool. How I wanted him to be, and definitely how a lot of other people wanted him to be. But we all have little specifics, I guess, of what we wanted to see in the character. I don't know, everyone's different. But what I got out of it is that it pretty much hit all the right spots, this character, and we all owe it to Ryan Reynolds, the actor, who himself, from what I believe, definitely is a fan of the character. And not just him, but the writers behind this movie and the director, all of them collaborating with each other to make this work. And all without the help of, well, from what I understand, without the executive meddling of Fox, which they gave him such a low budget to work with, and they managed to make it work with what they have, and that itself is just amazing. I loved it. Deadpool, the character, was awesome. All the other characters were great. The love interest, the Colossus, even the villain. I don't know about the side chick though, of the villain. Weasel was great. Blind Owl, Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Those are all great picks for a cast. Man, it's just amazing. Another thing I liked about this movie was the pacing, the story structure, the plot. It was simple, and everything happened kind of quickly. And again, I don't honestly think the scenes dragged on too much personally, but I had to pick out something, whatever, that could be maybe wrong about the film. But again, that's just opinion. But the plot is relatively simple, and I really like the way they structured it. They know it as an origin story, but instead of telling it chronologically, they tell it achronologically, pretty much. They start with Deadpool as he is now, and then they do flashbacks of what he did before that. But they make those scenes, the flashback scenes, as interesting as they could, and I love them. I really like how they all turned out. The romance in this movie, surprisingly well done. I really cared for the romance. It felt natural, it felt genuine, and something like that is pretty hard to do, I think. Though I haven't really seen a lot of romances in movies that I really say people have done well. There's Gwen Stacy and Peter Parker in Amazing Spider-Man, and that shit's adorable, man. And on here, it's a very believable romance because Wade Wilson and Vanessa are kind of the same, but they're their own character. And when Wade gets the news of his cancer, no spoilers, this is pretty much all well known. It's really heartbreaking to see how they react to the news, and it felt so real, surprisingly, and it really got to me. It was really good. Oh man, what else to say about this movie? I give myself so little time to talk about it, but also at the same time I have a hard time finding things to say. Well, as you can tell, I really enjoyed this movie, and if you haven't seen it yet, definitely go out to see it. I definitely am going to buy this movie on Blu-ray or buy it on YouTube, whatever, somewhere. I'm finding a way to get it so I can own it. I really like this movie. Hopefully they come up with something with like commentary in it, because the process this movie had to go through is very interesting. I guess that's all I have to say about this movie. Unfortunately for this video, I only had 2 sketches to show because, like a dumbass, I accidentally saved over my save file, and yeah, I done fucked up there. Anyway, I hope you like this review. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of other videos like this. Not a review, of course, it's just other things that I just want to talk about. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching.